everybody is looking at Babirye as the new Namakula. Maybe she can scale those same heights that Namakula has done. Babirye at 21, she's won everything else across the Nile. People call her the jewel of Jinja. The only double handicap player to be in the to be in the pressure groups on the final day is a very, very good swan song for her there. If she keeps faith to her game, because if she gets distracted with so many other things that happen when you come to Kampala, she could lose her track. But she's on the course to be a big-time player in Uganda.
The positive was November. I won the national championship with a perfect score, 8 out of 8. So it gave me confidence. I was starting to doubt my abilities. Can I still play chess? But then I had that score, so I was happy with myself. I hope to work towards that. Just keep getting better. It doesn't have to be next year. Could be 2019, could be 2020, but yes, keep getting better.
Sabila is a unique addition to this list because she's a lady, a young girl who's beating men. She's beating Gift Sebuguzi in the MX50 class. She's beating Malcolm Moding, and she's impressed everywhere she's been. She was dominant as well at the FIM East Africa Motocross Championship when Uganda was taking on Kenya. She's the MX50 champion in her category, and she's been a joy to watch all throughout the calendar season in the MX competition. So I think she's one of the people who are giving motorsport a very solid future, and I think she's a very young model for all the other aspiring young athletes out there.
I thought, he was the creative spark of KCCA during their double cup winning season, and he proved himself. He proved himself time and again, not just domestically but also on the continent. The understanding, not just with Juma but also with Jackson Nunda, was a beauty to behold. So for me, Mutyaba gets onto the list mainly because of his creativity. I mean, that's what we know of him, a fantasista kind of player.
Scoring 6 goals from the midfield, 8 assists in the league as KCCA won a double. Of course, the league and the Uganda Cup. And he's had quite a good run, helped the Cranes qualify for CHAN 2018. Has also put in a good shift at the Sekafa. So Mutyaba for me is one of those players we need to really hold with care.
I feel he was very integral in Geoffrey Serunkuma's 30+ goals in all competitions last season, and with time we've seen him come out of the shell, and he's putting in the shift for the national team as well.
Zephania, the runs machine, making a debut on the when just 15 years old. I think Zephyr did very well playing this year, scoring a century, 139 in particular against Botswana, finishing with 287 runs in the tournament. Uganda should have gone to the World Cup in New Zealand early this January, but Uganda won't be there because not only Zephyr, but because of a couple of things conspired against Uganda. Zephyr has nothing, no blemish against him. He did his part, scored the runs. He scored many more runs in the schools championship here. 20 overs, a man who gets 2 centuries in a 20-over championship is no mean feat. So Zephania deserves the plaudits he gets, and we will keep watching the space. At 16, he could scale more heights.